I want to talk about dictionaries in Python. So here I have a dictionary, right? I just have a name, age, hobbies, and well, the hobbies part is like it's a key, and the values are in the form of a list. So within a dictionary, you can have a list, which is a value. Okay. So now let's try to see what we can do with this. We have this information. So what we can do with this. So the first thing, let's say we want to know what are the main params in this set here, in this dictionary. So we can write something like I can write, let's say, data, right? Dot, and if I hit that shift button, I think the tab, right? Tab, and I'm just looking what I can do with it. So if I go down to keys, right, and then I create this function here and hit shift tab, um, shift tab, so I get nothing. Interesting. In this case, let's just try to run this and see. So data dot keys, um, let's just run this and see what happens. Oh, data underscore keys. So what it does, it prints out all the keys and it gives an underscore to the actual let's say you put in x dot keys, it gives x underscore keys and it gives all the keys. Now let's try with something else. Let's say data dot, hit the shift again. Oh, sorry, that doesn't work. So tab. So we see here, I think I saw one as a list. Oh, not list, but values. Hit values. I'm just trying. Okay, in this case, when I hit shift tab, it gives me some information. So d dot value is an object providing a view on d values built in. So I don't know much about that. So let's just run this guy as it is. So again, I have dict. So it's maybe the dict underscore is saying, oh, this is from a dictionary and these are the values stored in a dictionary, right? So what we look at here is keys and values. In the dictionary, we have a key value pair. So one other function is items. So if we run that function now, let's say data dot tab, and here you see items and get a parentheses, and if I try to see within this function d dot items, okay, the d, maybe it's whatever, a set like object providing a view on these, which is the dictionary items. Okay, so if we run this, so this gives me like a list here, right, of the key value pairs, but the list, like it's like a set of tuples, right? um okay, so we did three things here. We can do keys, values, and items. Now what if we want to convert, let's say, the keys to it's in the form of a, it's in parentheses. Let us see, can we convert it to a list? So I'm talking about here, right? So if I put in front of this here, I don't know if this is gonna allow me, but I'll try. No. Anyways, so I want to take this line here. Okay, here. Sorry. So if I put list and I put this in a bracket now, so I want to get the data keys but in the form of a list, and we run this guy here because I put LIS, so it should be T. And now I'm gonna rerun this again. So yep, it gives me a list of the keys. Let's do the same for values. Right, so you put list and put the parentheses here and shift enter. So you can see now I'm converting the values to a list and the keys to a list. Let's try to do that with the items now. So here again, list, and I'm just hitting shift and enter to run this code, right? So shift enter. So now I have a list here of the key value pairs, but the list is a list of like tuples, right? Because they are in curly bracket, not curly bracket, just regular brackets. Now, one other thing that I learned about these dictionaries is that you can iterate over these key value pairs. So, for example, this data here, if I write something like, let's try to do that here, for, let's say, kv key value in data dot items, because we did that items here, right? So for loop, you end it with the colon and then you want to print your key right? So this gonna just put a colon in between, or you can put a space, or you can put an equal sign. Well, I'll put a colon here. So you want to print the key and the values. So there's a comma here and you get values, right? So now if I run this here, it doesn't print. Why? In items, name key is not defined. Okay. So whatever I put in the for loop, maybe that's the exact. Let's check that. Let me just rerun this now. Yep. That's important. So if you put key and value here, you have to put key and value, like K and V, and it works. Okay guys, so I think this is enough for this video. This is just starting dictionaries. So we found out a couple of things here. So let me try something here. If I put here is key and I put value, and then here I write key and I write VALUE here, and we run this again, this works. Cool. So so there are some more rules about, you know, what can go in a key, what anything can go in values, but basically in a key, the information should be hashable. So whatever you want to put in a key, you have to run this hash function here. Let's say you want to know if I can store Python as a key, right? So the hash function, shift tab, so you see hash object returns the hash value for the given object. So if it returns a value, it means it's hashable. So if I put, like, let's say python Python in this and do a shift, so this has a value. But if I put, let's say, hash of a list. Let's say I want to know 1, 2, 3. If this is a, it could be a key, right? So it doesn't work. But if I put hash of, let's say, a set 1, 2, 3. So this cannot work as a key. So we know that. Now let's try a tuple. So hash of 1, 2, 3. So tuple can be a key, but a set or a list cannot, because you cannot hash them. Alright, so guys, I'm gonna stop here in this video, and what I'm doing here, it's more like interactive. I'm exploring stuff in Python here. I'll be making mistakes and I'll be going slow, but you know, that's how I can actually see some stuff and get a better grip of it. Right? Oh, maybe I should say one more thing before I end this video. So for example, if I have for x in data dot items, right? So if I have something like this and I want to print, I'm gonna do two things here. Print x, right? And let's run this. So this doesn't give me anything, right? So what if I just say in data? Just want to see what happens here. Let's just put, oh, I didn't put that colon. This works. If I want to try one more thing for x in data dot items and put this here and then say print, right? Data dot, not data dot, but for I want to print each x value as a set. So let's say I put x in here. What does this do? That doesn't do anything. So data, what about this? So just a dictionary and then print joules. Okay, so this would only give me the values. Interesting. Okay guys, sorry if I got you too long on this video, but this is, I was just playing around with Python here. I'm looking at dictionary and I just decided to record what I'm doing. So if you learned something in this video, good for you. Enjoy doing Python. Bye for now.